all have struggled to set boundaries at some point of our life, no matter what stage we are in life, what age we are in life, which part of the world we are in life. So it doesn't matter. We all have struggled. Today we are discussing how to set boundaries in our personal life. Number one tip is to know your limit. When you know your limit, when you know what you can handle and what you cannot handle, it's much easier to set your boundaries, because this is the first step to set your boundaries. So know what you're comfortable with, know what you are not comfortable with. For example, you go to a restaurant and you want to order some food, and if you don't know how much you can eat, you will definitely have struggle, because either you will waste food or you will order less than your appetite. I am a very small eater, and I usually do not order a full meal for myself unless I have company and I discuss with them in advance that I am going to order this item, and they have to share with me no matter what. And if I don't have anybody with me, and what I do, I order a small plate or a starter. And even if I'm hungry, very hungry, I wait for my first starter to finish and then I order another starter if that's necessary. So know your limit. I do have people in my life that they drive me crazy, and I know my limit. I know I cannot handle them in the morning. I usually wake up, have my breakfast, have my morning tea or coffee. Only then I call them or I need to deal with them. I know that I cannot handle them before I do this. But usually if I need to handle them, no matter what I do, I usually handle them at the end of the day. So it does not affect my work or my mental state for the whole day. And I deal them at the evening, at the end of my day, so I can go sleep, do meditation and go sleep, because I finished my day. So you need to know what you are comfortable with and what you are not comfortable with. So know your limit and set your boundaries. Tip number 2, communicate early. If you communicate early, it's much easier for you to set your boundaries, because they know in advance what you want and what you do not want. For example, I am a non-smoker and I have many friends, they are smokers and they want to smoke. But initially what happened, that I have sit in a place where everybody was smoking. It was disgusting for me, because it was very difficult for me to breathe, and my hair, my clothes, my entire body was stinking, because I do not smoke and they smoke, and all the smoke in my body was crazy. So I communicated with my friends in advance that say like, hey, I am a non-smoker and I appreciate being in a non-smoking zone. But if you do smoke, I appreciate if you can smoke in the smoking zone, like balcony or the rooftop, and allow me to sit in a non-smoking zone if that's important to you. Some of my friends, they decided that smoking was more important for them, and that's okay. They need to know what is important for them, and they knew smoke was more important, more than my company. But some of my friends, they decided to smoke in their own house in the smoking zone, such as balcony and the rooftop, and they make sure that I have some company in the non-smoking zone even when they all are smoking in the smoking zone, and I appreciate their friendship. See, here I definitely know that they do want my company and they are not taking advantage of me from any given point, and they do love me for being who I am. And my smoking friends, I was not friend to them, I was not important to them, and this is important to know in life. So in this step, I got to know who are my real friends, who wants my company, and who are not my real friends or who do not want my company. So I invest my time wisely. So I set my boundary, at the same time I got to know who are my friends. Do that. Tip number 3, be consistent. If you are consistent, then it's easier for people to understand your boundary. If you are making exceptions, they may not understand your boundary. For example, about smoking, when I decided that I am not going to sit in a smoking zone anymore, and I have not made any exceptions since then. Once I went to a place of my friend and they were smoking in the living room, and immediately I left. But they called me back, they stopped me in the hallway, and they made sure they opened all the windows and the doors, made some air spray and made it a non-smoking zone again. It was a bit difficult for me for a few minutes, but I settled in there. I appreciate their effort and making me comfortable. Since then, they have never made this mistake, but what I'm saying, because I was consistent in my decision and they respected my decision. Now it's very clear for them that Shammy is a non-smoker and she prefers to sit in a non-smoking zone. Or I say, like, let's go to a place, like open place. We can go to a rooftop where I can have a fan directly to my face, so I do not inhale any smoke, and they also can smoke sitting in the same table with me. Tip number 4, learn to say no. When you learn to say no, your life will be much more easier, because it's very difficult to say no to many people. When you learn that thing, when you master the art of saying no, you will be amazed that most of your problems are automatically deleted from your life. So learn to say no. If you need help, let us know in the comment box below. We'll be happy to make a video on this. Tip number 5, respect yourself. When you respect yourself and your needs and feelings, people do respect you as well. They know that this is you, this is what you want, this is important to you, and they will automatically respect your feelings, your understanding, your requirement, your needs in life. For example, non-smoking is being a blessing for me. Since when I decided to be sitting in a non-smoking zone all the time, I do not feel bad anymore because my hair doesn't stink anymore, my clothes doesn't stink anymore. I don't have to come home and take my clothes immediately and put into a balcony or the washing machine zone so my room doesn't stink or my bathroom doesn't stink. So it was difficult for me when I have done this sacrifice and sit in a smoking zone with a bunch of my friends. But since then, when I decided to sit in a non-smoking zone and I made myself very clear, people actually respected my choice. Some people, they avoid me. That's okay. You don't need everybody in your life. You can just get rid of many people if they do not respect your feelings, your necessity, your well-being, and what you want in life. If that doesn't align with your choice, you can just keep them in your past. You had probably great memories with them, but that's okay. They can stay in the past and you can move forward in your future. When one door closes, more doors open. When you have people in life that did not align with your life, you can keep them behind and move forward to meet new people who will align with your new life and your new feelings and well-being and whatever is going on with you. They will definitely align with your life. Tip number 6, self-care. Do take care of yourself. When you self-care, when you take care of yourself, people will know that you take care of yourself and they will respect your choices, your boundaries, and they will respect you more. When we do not respect ourselves, people do not respect us as well. They need to know how we treat ourselves. When you treat yourself like a queen, you will see people will also treat you like a queen. So take care of yourself all the time, no matter what. Take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, take care of your social health. Take care of your financial health. Take care of everything that you have. Your family, to your professional life, to your personal life, to your mental health. Everything is very important. Take care of yourself no matter what, and people will also take care of you. When you self-care, when you take care of yourself, you will automatically say no to many things and you will not do many things that interrupting your mental health or your physical health. For example, the smoking was interrupting my physical health and I don't do that anymore. I actually feel much better since I stopped sitting in the smoking zone. And I decided to take care of myself because I am a cancer survivor and I have gone through chemotherapy and so many things. So I decided I have done so much. I have gone through so much. I don't really need to take this shit from other people. So I don't take it. I don't take this crap for any other people. I take care of my family. I take care of myself. I take care of my health. So if you can do the same, you will see that you'll be much happier in life than before. Tip number 7, practice assertiveness. When you practice assertiveness, it's much easier for you to say yes or no, or do not agree about what you want and what you do not want, at the same time respecting other people's choices. We are different people and we are bound to have different opinions, different thoughts, different choices, and that's okay. We have to respect other people about their choices that they make in their life. We do not get aligned, that's totally fine. You can have your different ways, different paths, different ways of life, and respect each other. We do not have the right to hurt other people based on our choices. So when we are respecting our life, we also have to respect other people. So practice assertiveness. Tip number 8, reflect and adjust. Often reflect your boundaries, your life, and adjust accordingly. Our life changes, our life priority changes, and our boundary changes alongside it. For example, 10 years ago, smoking was not a problem for me. I was absolutely okay sitting in the smoking zone, and I also smoked once or twice with my friends because I thought everybody is smoking, they're making a mess, and I'm feeling bad about it. So why not I also become a part of this whole mess, and I don't feel so bad about myself and the situation. So I also smoked, but I am now very rigid and very clear about myself that I do not want to smoke and I do not want to sit in a smoking zone. So I have reflected on my life. I adjusted accordingly. There are many other things. For example, there are people in my life, they drive me crazy, and I adjusted accordingly. I have a close family member, and they drive me crazy. So I do not call them in the morning. even if I have to. I take breakfast, I have my tea or coffee, I settle down in the morning, I finish my most important task, and only then I call that person. And I try not to call that person in the morning, I try to call that person in the late night. So I finish my day, I have all the problems that's sorted, and I am very sleepy, and I listen whatever crap that person has to say all this, and I know that person will drive me crazy, and that's okay. That's who they is. I don't want to say he or she. That's who that person is. So that's okay. I have accepted my fate. I've accepted my relationship with that person, and I cannot ignore that person because that person is very important to my family. So I don't, but I adjust, reflect, and adjust accordingly. So if you also reflect and adjust in your life, you will see that you can do many things very easily than before. So often reflect and adjust your life. You don't have to do that once a week. Maybe once a month is fine, once 4 times a year is fine, but try to do at least once a month, so it's much easier for you. That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching our videos. See you soon.